Well, good morning, folks. Thanks for joining us on State of the State. I think we're ready to get started. So the House Committee on Higher Ed will come to order. If the clerk will please take attendance.
Chair Glanville.
Here.
Representative Reigans.
Present.
Colzar.
Here.
Scott.
Present.
Burns.
Here.
Kofia.
Here.
Hill.
Here.
McDonald.
Present.
Fives.
Present.
Vanderwall.
Present.
Paquette. Zorn.
Here.
Bruck.
Present.
Desada. Madam Chair, you have 12 members present and a quorum.
All right, thank you. Representative Paez moves to approve the minutes of the October 25 meeting without objection, so ordered. And today we are taking testimony and voting on HB 5147. We will hear from the bill sponsor, Rep. Reigans, and also Dan Hurley, who is the Chief Executive Officer of the Michigan Association of State Universities, are both here to speak in support of the bill. I don't want to steal the rep's fire, but you might remember we voted on a very similar bill pretty successfully earlier this fall. So, Rep. Reigans.
Good morning, Madam Chair and members of the committee. I'm here today to talk about HB 5147, which would remove the sunset from the Authorization in Distance Education Reciprocal Exchange Act. As you can see, the bill itself is one sentence that just does what I just said. If this is familiar, we did vote unanimously as a committee. Thank you. Earlier in the term in September, this extended the sunset to 2029. You may remember that some of us were a little bit surprised to find out that of the 49 states that have the reciprocal exchange agreement, we are the only one that has a sunset, and some of us were surprised to hear about that. So what we did in September, make sure we extend the sunset. I'm proposing that we do not have to do this in another 6 years, and that we just let this exchange live on in perpetuity. This has a history of bipartisanship. In September, or earlier this year when we passed this bill 4982, which was our chair's bill to extend the sunset, it passed 99-11 in the House and 37-1 in the Senate. So I am hoping that today you will consider just completely removing the sunset and let this program exist like it does in 48 other states. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll hold questions until we hear from Mr. Hurley.
What she said. Any questions? Yeah, I mean, certainly the public universities are supportive, and I trust all the community colleges, tribal colleges, independent colleges. We have all 15 public universities participate in the state authorization reciprocity agreement, 23 of the community and tribal colleges, 30 of the state's independent nonprofit colleges participate. We first joined in 2015. There was a 2-year sunset. It was renewed in 2017 for 6 years, and courtesy of your leadership, Chair Grant Glanville, we had it extended. It was signed by the governor on September 29th. The sunset was September 30th, so it came in under the wire. But yes, when I had checked, we of course worked through the Midwest Higher Education Compact. They administer the state authorization reciprocity agreement through our 12-state compact, and they said they were kind of curious why we even have a sunset, and I asked them to check with the other 3 regional compacts and find out that yes, we're the only state in the nation that has a sunset. So I don't think there's one necessary. It's a national framework with a lot of involvement of national groups, the U.S. Department of Ed, state agencies across the country, and a broad set of advisory committees. So if there is ever any need to adjust our public act that allows us to participate in it, that can be done, I think, independently, and if necessary via legislation. But having a sunset, I think, is just not necessary.
All right, do we have any questions? Representative Bruck.
Not a question, but as a college trustee, when that sunset almost ended, it was pretty worrisome, so I certainly support this bill. Thank you.
Any other questions? Oh, Rep. Rankins.
I actually have a technical question that I'm hoping can be answered right away. This bill that we have before us repeals the sunset on 2015 PA 45. Do we also need to repeal the sunset on PA 127 of 2023? Or does this do that sufficiently?
Let me confer with my clerk.
Because if it doesn't, I am happy to make a motion to amend this to repeal the proper sunset, just to double check.
We're good.
No further questions.
Any other questions? All right. Well, with that, I will thank you. Thank you both for being here today. I do have a couple of cards to read in. Not wishing to speak, supporting the bill is Katie Witkowski with the Michigan Community College Association. Not wishing to speak, supporting the bill, Colby Spencer Cesaro with the Michigan Independent Colleges and Universities. Also not wishing to speak, supporting the bill, Vaishana Hicks from Leo. Always nice to have Leo supporting something. And finally, not wishing to speak, supporting the bill, Megan Morris with Central Michigan University. So we will now go ahead and take the vote on 5147. Will the clerk please take the roll?
Chair Glanville?
Oh, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. Do we have a motion? Rep. Kolazar moves to take a vote.
Chair Glanville?
Yes.
Representatives Rangans?
Yes.
Colzar?
Yes.
Scott?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Kofia?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
McDonald?
Yes.
Pies?
Yes.
Vanderwall?
Yes.
Paquette? Zorn?
Yes.
Bruck?
Yay.
Desana? Madam Chair, you have 12 yeas, 0 nays, 0 pass, and bill to court with recommendation.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And I believe that covers what we had on the agenda for today. So we need a motion to excuse our absent members this morning. Minority Vice Chair Vanderwall, and there being no objections, absent members are excused. So thank you, everyone, for coming in this morning. We'll look forward to seeing you later on this evening. There being no further business before the committee stands adjourned.